Now, when me and Lolly were like,
you're now live.
Just this. Doesn't matter.
It would be nice.
My reaction, though. I'm gonna post an epi real quick. I love her smug expression. I just love it.
Vamp.
Vamp?
She does kind of look like a vampire.
Now that you say it, God fucking damn it.
Because she does have the blood coming from the sides of her mouth.
Internal bleedings. Alright, do it. I'm joking, obviously. Don't take me serious. AJ Best clips.
I was legit going to say, okay, counting that towards your Aki strikes.
Why? But to be fair, we did like antagonize. We did like antagonize them. We didn't just ignore them. This is as much our fault.
Do it.
Yes! Yes!
Why are we doing this?
Because it's fun.
My heart.
It's a match 27.
I approve of that.
Thank you. I approve of the proof. Well, the shit did you make it so short?
So you can punch her kneecaps out. like how this has essentially gone to 1v1 mate.
Okay, let's keep going. Everyone does have their shootings, I'd say.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Frix has officially made sure everyone is in formal attire. Actually, Uzri, are you going to be attending?
I don't like death.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
as I thought. Be safe in here, okay? Don't do anything too crazy. He chuckles a bit.
I'm just making a few flowers for when you come back.
That is a good point. I am not entirely customary as to what one would bring to a funeral.
Sorry, what?
That was an entirely straight answer. Not a clue.
I'm gonna make an Ajax theme that's just complete in the face.
That's pretty generally his personality.
We'll
He
make
is a very up-in-your-face kind of character unless he actually likes you, in which case he's still a teasing asshole, but you can definitely notice the difference.
You know how about I make a boss theme for Ajax? Until tomorrow. So he's like a little bastard that hits hard, right?
Yes.
Alright, good.
And an insane amount of times.
Okay.
Taking full advantage of Ajax's class, he can hit 9 times in one turn.
I want you. You know what? Someday, not in a not in near future, but someday, I want you to fight all the 3 Zap forms with Ajax only.
Oh no, it's 10 hits if he's hasted. 8 if he's not.
Okay, let's continue, please. So, are we going to get teleported or?
Well, wouldn't it be a bit better to just walk in?
2 days.
I can't entirely. I can't exactly teleport all of us at the same time. I could technically teleport in, put down the doorway, then you could walk out from there, but that might be a bit flashy for a funeral.
But Pori's tips on jumps and tips on Frix's shoulder.
Yes?
If you can make everything in this mansion, can't you just make a teleporter to where we want to go?
You see, that is not entirely how that works, because the mansion itself cannot cast magic, so it would be unable to do so. I do have a teleportation circle in the mansion, which means that we can teleport to the mansion at any time when I get access to the spell, but aside from that, as I said, the mansion itself cannot cast magic, so it would be unable to do so.
Okay. He scratches his head. He's clearly confused, but he knows what you mean. But he's like, why does that not work?
Because he doesn't have access to any like high level teleportation magic, and the mansion can't do it for him. Because
He can't
the mansion
teleport.
cannot.
Out of character, I thought for a moment that Portis was talking about teleportation technology. I was like, what?
No.
So was I.
And then Nephew's like, we don't even have that.
Maybe.
But Pori is Toki's little helper.
Actually, technically, I think I can use my brain power to actually make a rudimentary magical teleportation machine.
Do it.
Well, not now. It would take a lot of trial and error.
Oh. Then I think we should teleport with the doorway. We are already too late.
If that is what you believe is best, then any objections? All right. I will wave my hand into the doorway when the doorway is in place. It's ready for everyone to. Frix is going to walk out of the doorway, shrink his doorway, teleport back into the room. Just kind of have a sheepish look on his face. Just like, I'm sorry, I'm doing this again, but you have a reason this time. And he closes his doorway again, and then puts a thumbs up through the doorway to show that we are now in the area.
Yeah, he's going through.
Are there chairs set up, or is this a standing funeral?
Chairs.
Is there a free seat, or how many are there? Or
Yeah, there's still a lot. Not many people
Alright.
care about the royal family.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Frix is going to sit relatively close to the front, but making sure he isn't around other people he doesn't know.
Who else is present, by the way? Like, how are they? What race? How are they dressed? Like, do they look like?
Oh,
Do they look
yes,
like
the
guards,
most- the mo-
friends?
Yep, guards. Most people are guards. There's a few of your royals. Wait, everyone is out of the door, by the way, right?
What about Xantar and Carlessa? They're associated with the dark.
Zontar and Kalesa are on Trappist site.
Wait, so they are there.
Yep.
How are they? Are they in like ceremonial armor or something?
Yep. Zontar, for once, is not eating.
That you can. He has an illusion test over himself.
No.
You know what I just realized? That could be the ultimate like jerk move to cast illusion on yourself to make it look like you're awake at something you're bored at.
Huh?
Yeah, you could totally.
So, Rain,
Yep.
You stepped out too, right?
Yeah, I'm following other people.
Well, is anyone taking a look at the? Well, I'd say there's an open view to the coffin. Right?
Yeah, there normally is, but it's also normally a specific time of the funeral where one would go up and look and pay their respect.
I'd say you are a little late, so that would actually happen now.
Okay.
So people are moving up and saying their respect.
Yeah, but one thing that you notice is that everyone doesn't pay their respects like bowing down or something. They all do the Dark Kingdom greeting thing. And after they do that, they move away. They go back to the left, and
They aren't saying anything else. They're just doing the salute and then walking away.
Yep.
Interesting. Normally you say a few words.
They might be here out of obligation. They might not know her.
No, that's not the point. The point is they believe in this is their last moment. They shouldn't spoil it with their words.
Fair enough. Trix is gonna probably be one of the first party members to stand up, walk over, do the salute quietly.
Yeah, Neppy's doing the same.
What does he get? What does he see when he pays respect?
Wait. Have to scroll. Have to find. Keep going while I find it.
When Kizzy actually walked out kind of slowly, she was a little bit wobbly because she's not used to wearing, well, clothes, let alone shoes, recently. She has her hands folded that over her front, like over her waist, and even though it's a simple dress that technically fits her form is still very round, and she's 8 freaking feet tall. So she is kind of noticeable.
Yeah, Vaporis is just walking up and doing the same, like giving the.
Is Casey still under the effect of that nat 1 where she? Oh wait, other people are doing it. She can replicate it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Ray
It's
is
just
also
that
doing
she
this
herself cannot remember it.
So, now for the interesting part. I hope I'm posting the right picture and that it rings a bell because I'm quite sure that is it. Fuck, where is it? Wait. Wait.
And I have to specify, when Elric walks up and he does the salute, he grows a flower, puts it next to the casket.
Did you hear that? Nep, did you hear that?
Sorry, what?
Elric grew a flower and put it next to the casket.
Oh, okay.
When he was doing his his salute.
Yep.
He would do more, but it feels like he would get the vibe of this is their time. Don't try and druid everything up, regardless of the fact that he thinks his way of sending someone off to the grave is better because it reunites them with nature. Druids tend to bury someone and then grow a tree from the area, and their body feeds nature, basically. But he's not gonna obviously do or suggest that. He just grows a flower and leaves it.
Okay, you have to tell me if that's the right picture. Does this give you anything? Is it the right
Looks
one?
like Ino from Naruto.
Yeah, then it's probably... Ray, does this say you anything? Or is it the wrong one?
Not ringing any bell. I'm thinking real hard on this one.
Should I tell because I didn't think I posted the right picture and I can't find it?
Who do we know that's holy, Ray? That is kind of a praying position.
I don't know.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day.
Should I say it?
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't know either.
It's the Azimar.
You know the girl that you tried to help and apparently didn't make it.
Gonna sound rude, but how does she have both arms?
It's the picture. I couldn't make her arms go away, Ren.
Well, you could have said something.
That probably would have jogged his memory a bit.
Yeah, that's why I said it. I didn't know if I still had the,
Actually, Frix is gonna kind of lean over to Victorious. I will obviously talk to Trapper, but do you have a spell that might be able to help with this?
He leans over to Frix. Do you think he wouldn't be scared if he just stood up?
That is why I said that I would have to talk to Trapper about it, because for all we know, he isn't one who believes in reviving the dead, regardless of the connection with them. But I do have a large sum of money and things on me. I can do what I can to get the components if you are capable of casting a spell.
He nods. Yeah, I can do that.
What specifically do you need for that spell?
He scrambles around on his body and is like, I forgot my spell book.
Can Frix just offhand remember what the components are for the Raise Dead spell? Because it is
How
one
about-
of the spells that Frix is planning on learning.
How about you are like, what spell did you plan on using? The party says it, and you roll an Arcana if you would know the things or remember them.
Probably Raise Dead, because the only other revival spell that I think Vaporeus can do right now is Revivify, and that only lasts a minute after the person dies.
He can use he can use Raise Dead and Reincarnate. Those two.
Yeah. Reincarnate requires like oils and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, the other one is a diamond. Oh, you can make a diamond.
Yep.
Yeah. No problem bringing that Azimar back.
But obviously we're going to wait until after the funeral to discuss it.
It's like, oh, you can make a diamond as a spell component. I'm just imagining you go into the mansion, come back out with like a diamond the size of a baseball or like the size of your fist, and say arcane words and wave your hand over it. It starts glowing, and you just yell "yeet" and throw it in the coffin, and it bounces off her head and disappears, and she gets up.
But Porteous would still be the one using the spell, so he can't even reach it. He would like dunk it. He would jump and dunk that thing in there. I would use acrobatics to make a little backflip and destroy the complete wedding and the complete funeral. Imagining that once and just throw as a trapper.
That was the Arcana check to see if I know what the spell means.
He very, very faintly remembers a few of the
I know every goddamn like stage. I can cast this spell myself if it was a wizard spell.
I could cast this spell with one arm blindfolded, asleep uphill in January maple syrup. What were we talking about?
Hanging upside down.
Just a little offhand mention thing. Casey's stomach looks smaller than normal.
Nani?
Fucking in her gut.
Hey, there's a girdle in the dress. Most likely.
That and something else, but yes. Actually, I don't think she would know how one of those work, so I guess there wouldn't be one, but if she were getting dressed at home, they would probably put one on her.
Well, she doesn't have to know how it works. If she said that she wanted a dress that made her look more slimming, the mansion would do it for her.
Well then, yeah, she does have that then. See, I was just gonna say that she was like sucking in her gut for a little while, and once we were done, she's gonna be like, "Oh, geez," and then just blop. But
the dress rips.
I mean, yes, actually, it's what I was kind of. That or well, maybe not. It would at least stretch a little bit, but she does actually have a curl, so yeah.
Because of that check, Frix is going to try and learn Brave Fits. Because he apparently knows the ins and outs of the spell. But yeah, Frix smiles, says, "It sounds like a plan. But for now, we shall wait until the end."
I hope the end of this funeral isn't a cremation.
Huh?
He's like, we should wait for the end of the funeral to bring up the idea of bringing her back. And I'm like, I hope the end of the funeral isn't a cremation.
Oh, if something like that started happening, Frix would immediately be like, we might have a way to fix this. We might be able to make this unnecessary.
I'm just imagining there's some guy, like, either Carlessa or Zontar with, like, a torch for, like, a Viking funeral, just looking at you like, I lit this. Boy.
I was about to fucking say Viking funeral.
Just like they're all mad that they put all the effort into the burning setup. Meanwhile, Trapper, of course, might be like, oh, well, I don't know what he would say. But I just love the idea of a random servant just being like, you what?
Trapper actually whispers to Zontar, and starts moving out of the room.
Trapper starts moving out of the room?
Yep.
Okay. Frix is going to cast Sending to Trapper. He's going to pull a silver thread out of his bag, put it in his hand, and whisper into his hand. I am sorry. I do not want to interrupt this, but I think we can help. Victorious can possibly revive her.
Well, meet me at the cemetery at midnight, I guess.
All right. Or no, Frix doesn't say all right. He nods to Trapper because he would have to cast another spell to.
Do you want to know the reason why he has gone out of the room?
A little bit, yeah.
He just can't look at this.
Yeah.
Because he is a little maimed.
Yeah. Frix can talk to Cornelius for another metal arm.
And a metal shoulder.
Yeah.
And everything above that.
Wait, what? Is their head missing?
The thing came back. No, I'm kidding. Just the shoulder.
Ugh.
Oh, I would say actually there's a spell we might be able to do to actually help her regrow that arm, but last I recall it's like a 7th level cleric spell. It's called Regenerate. It lasts for an hour, and each turn you regain 1 hit point. Frix is going to lean back over to Victorious and reply, he said...
He said silence.
I wonder why he's wanting us to do it at midnight rather than right now. Wouldn't it arouse more suspicion for her to have been buried, then she's randomly alive again? I'm just wondering why he wants them to actually, finish the funeral and bury her. Because it would kind of look a little bit weirder if they actually knew for a fact that she was buried and then she's alive again.
If it's obvious that we were spellcasting and that we are not from this kingdom, it might be seen as a show of weakness that he required outside help for this.
Very true.
Whereas
He wouldn't let his pride just yeah, it would be a sign of weakness if he was like, revive her, or if he would have let you do that. But he wants her back so badly that he's actually like, all right, screw the rules, but not in the public.
Yeah, it's if it happens randomly somewhere, like without any other witnesses, he could be like, oh, some crazy wizard showed up. I I didn't control. I don't know what happened, but hey, she's back.
Crazy wizard hides arcane focus. Just detaches his metal arm and yeets it in the mansion. What arcane focus? I don't know what you're talking about.
What is an arcane focus?
Wait, does that arm?
I'm a berserker.
I'm a berserker.
I'm a druid, man. But what were you saying, Casey?
What was I saying?
You said, does that arm, and then you stopped.
Well, I was thinking if it made mechanical noises, but then I realized it's purely magical, so.
Well, it did make a really weird noise that one time I almost activated whatever its effect is. And I still don't know.
You just lay your hand on the coffin and it bursts into flame.
Oh. The amount of fucking run.
Actually, if the arm did have like a fire thing, I would kind of argue that it wouldn't work because the arm is always super chilled because it's attached to an ice tiefling. The arm is always really, really, really cold.
Does this mean if we poured water on his head, his hair would freeze?
No, the water would freeze. His hair would be fine.
Well, yeah, but the hair would be frozen in the water, so it would be like he'd have a solid block of hair. Water hair. You know what I mean?
Imagine that, and then someone like slams a hammer on it and breaks off and breaks.
No, that would be an absolutely horrible idea. Taking a hammer to an ice block on his head would probably break off one of his horns.
Happens.
Well, those are like connected.
Oh.
Those are like connected to his nerves, though.
Like, yeah, it does happen, but you don't want it to.
Although the reason I'm being quiet, by the way, is because Casey is being silent herself. She kind of knows how these go. Well, she doesn't know, but this is the part that she's used to doing. She doesn't necessarily participate. She just kind of shows up with her family and observes.
Ray is absolutely silent and a little pale.
Is there something wrong, right?
He's a brighter pink. He's closer to white.
Don't worry about it. It's good.
There's...
Mike, you want
there's
to insight
no
on that?
Yes, I am. But Fricks is also saying there's no need to worry. There's no need to be sad for her. Vaporeus can most likely bring her back.
So that she can maybe be mad at you for leaving her. Although to be fair, right
He doesn't know
before
that.
she like smiled at you, so she's probably.
So deception, right?
Oh,
Nope.
he is very
Fricks can very easily, well, not very easily, but Fricks can tell that Ray is lying, but he makes no attempt to pry further.
Imagining you're in the middle of a quiet funeral and you just see Fricks staring at Ray like really intently and getting his face closer to him and then just yelling, "Aha!"
So
It was you!
blunt.
Oh!
The entire room.
No,
in the
he
room with
wouldn't.
the war hero.
Nevis.
Zontar's just like, I guess I'm making quickling sandwiches.
Fritz is very much doubting Ray right now because of his general nervousness. He's not entirely sure if Ray didn't do it. Ray has shown the capabilities to be extremely fast.
Well, to be fair, all he knows is that he's nervous. It might just simply be that he doesn't like death.
Well, yeah, I know, which is why I said he has a very, very slight idea of that in his head.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have, brought it up.
Aha!
Murderer!
If you yelled murderer in the middle of a funeral for a princess.
Yeah, that would be real, real bad for Ray.
I'd have a lot of explaining to do.
The question is how much they would let you give. Before you end up late.
Alright, so
The dead
So
giant
remember how
from
quickly-
DS2.
what else ends
So
up
you're-
happening?
I will say out of character, remember how fast quicklings can talk. Quicklings are quick, buddy. Ugh.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter how fast he's talking if he's talking too fast to understand.
I didn't do it. I just.
I didn't do it.
I imagine he explains the entire story like incredibly fast, but it just goes like, and then they just stab him.
Okay. Yeah. So they close the coffin, and Zontar talks to Neppy for a second, and Zontar, Kalesa, and a dark-haired guy with a mask in front of us, like, what do you call it? Like a face mask, like for your mouth and nose.
Yeah, a
A guy with a face mask.
Kakashi mask.
Yeah, they are
Is this
supporting the COVID outside.
is this a good representation?
I actually have a picture,
Oh, but this is cool. Okay,
but I made him myself.
because I just found this
Oh.
It's a Kakashi. Actually, no, that looks more like Sai.
guy.
So you see a pretty tall guy with an afro walks by the group and looks at them. Well, the funeral's over. If you want to sleep somewhere, I know a place, but it's not that good. It's all we have.
Oh, don't worry about it not being up to standard. I just need a place to put down a doorway.
Okay. Well, he leads you outside.
How tall is this person? Elric wants to know.
6'5".
It is a fellow Afro. Oh my God, he's almost as tall as Elric. Is that with his Afro included?
No.
All right, so yeah, he's 2 inches shorter than Elric. I wonder who has the bigger Afro.
His afro is considered its own being.
And then
Elric's Afro is considered a large creature.
there's a different dungeon party on an adventure inside of that afro.
And for the first time, you see where Trapper lives. And do you step outside?
Well, second time for Fritz. He had seen it.
Well,
You
is the
have
funeral
not seen
still
it. You have seen the room in the funeral. They made it
No,
in the
he walked
church.
out of the funeral room.
Oh well, okay. But now you get the reference for the first time. So, is everyone setting out?
Is the funeral over?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Then yes.
This is
Yeah.
the music, ambience, and the actual look of the city.
Huh. This city is much higher definition than I thought it was when I last stepped out.
The
He didn't actually say that.
listening.
Anything now, Discord, just play the damn video.
Welcome to the city called Organon, also known as the Dark Kingdom.
Yesterday in your server, I sang in a voice chat called that. Yesterday in your server, I sang in the voice chat called Organon.
Wait, what is with all
I
the...
sang for... I sang for Gloomy, Orange, and the potato.
You sang?
Yeah, I sang in your group. Or Gimar.
You sang Organon?
No, I...
or Grimar?
Never mind.
Oh, Ogrimmar!
Never mind.
Oh, do you mean Ogrimmar, like the channel Ogrimmar?
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Oh, sorry. No, the city is called Organon, not Ogrimmar.
I
That's
don't know.
that's two
I
different
didn't
things.
know how to pronounce either of them.
It's fine. So, as you probably can notice, not the nicest city.
Are you sure about that?
There's a few people looking at you, specifically at Casey. And Neppy.
Why her though? I mean, she's like, her ears are like going nuts, and she's looking around quite nervously, but she's trying to look calm. She's just like gonna lean down to Frix and be like, Frix, this place is creepy.
And if you want to know what it smells like, smoke and wet dog. There's rats, ravens.
Not contaminated.
No.
Trapper is the only candy person here, and Carlosa.
Yep.
Why hasn't it spread?
And as if I recall, Trapper isn't even technically a candy person. He is a candy construct. So I remember Elric used mending on him before to heal him.
So there's a person with milky white eyes walking in front of the group, holding a little broken cup out.
Just going to put in 3 gold.
He pulls his head and bows.
Frix just smiles and says, "May the mistress guide you."
Last time I seeked for guidance, I lost my eyesight.
I'm sorry. That is truly unfortunate. Hopefully that can help you in some way.
He does grab Frix's arm, gets close to his face. He smells like alcohol, but says, "Beware, don't talk to him." He was about to say them, but change it to him instead.
Who is him?
The little boy with the blue gloves. Don't talk to him. He will steal your soul. And he lets
Noted.
go.
Thank you.
Now he just coughs and gets back.
Frix puts an additional 2 gold in the cup.
He moves it around a bit, it starts jiggling, and he just sits back down in the wet little alley.
Before he sits back down, can Frix just prestidigitation that spot dry real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
So the first thing that you see as you step outside, the biggest building, really, really raggedy, is a inn.
Looks like this entire town could use a mending spell.
The forest is constantly staying at Frix's side. I don't like this.
Casey, if you don't mind, I think you should stay in the mansion. I don't like how many people are staring at you.
I'm staying with you. This place is creepy. I don't want anything to happen to you either, okay?
Casey? A raven is screeching in your ear as you say that.
Casey, we will be fine. If anything bad does happen, I can put down my doorway and have you come out in less than a second.
I mean,
but it seems that you traveling with us is drawing more attention to us as of right.
I mean,
I was saying, by the way,
when the raven thing happened, her ears would have immediately gone flat, and she would sort of jerk forward and bending over and covering her head with her hands.
So I did say, I have to specify again, I did say they are looking at Neppy and Casey.
They're the only ones that have human skin.
The Porris has human skin.
Oh.
Are there females staring as well?
No.
Oh, damn.
Get in the mansion now. This is no longer up for debate. Please trust me.
Okay. I mean, she's
Frix.
She got scared and he's
Frix
ultra serious, so.
Frix puts down the mansion door. Neppy, I would recommend you go as well. It seems like these people have some unsavory thoughts about you two.
If they come closer, knock them out.
It would simply be easier if you stayed in the mansion. If you wish to stay out, it's up to you. But we would be in and out of this place quicker if we had less attention.
Fine. She follows.
Thank you. He shrinks the mansion, puts it back in his bag, and then he puts it in his one of his jacket pockets, and he casts the alarm spell on the pocket.
That was a good call, Frakes. That was a really good call.
Yep. It's what he was planning on doing in the thief city as well.
Good choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Because if someone steals that doorway, oh boy, that's bad.
I've got my stuff in there.
I
So
think
there's-
we all do. And our friends.
I'm just remembering a line in RuneScape that they stole from Futurama, which was like, "Not the entire universe. That's where I keep all my stuff."
So,
Bitch, they stole my phone.
No.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
so they right next to the group, something rotten smelling moves, and you hear you hear the sound of metal grinding over the stone on the ground.
Fricks. What kind of check would it be to see what it was?
You could just turn around.
Yep, I'm
Oh,
immediately
well.
looking.
Fricks is preparing a spell and then looking.
Oh, I thought it was a weapon.
Greetings. Can you point us in the direction of the inn?
She okay, you can see that she's female on her body. She takes her machete, jerks it to her side, stops right in front of Frix's throat, and
Fricks
says
doesn't
there.
even flinch.
Yeah, she's just pointing at it. It's literally where she points.
Ah, thank you. He holds out 2 gold because the person helped him.
I'm not interested in that. Keep it. And she just
Alright.
slides away, slides her weapon over the ground again, and keeps walking.
Have a good day then.
You too. The party is fucking completely no.
F this shiz, I'm out.
So, just a
And Ray's
question.
like, that happened.
Are we still around some of the people that were staring at Casey and Neppy?
Yep.
Frix's eyes are going to turn red and he is going to start growling. His pseudo dragon does as well.
2 of them start giggling and the rest just doesn't care.
Oh wait, I just realized something. A couple of the less intelligent people were probably staring at Frix too. He looks androgynous.
Huh?
Oh damn!
Frix looks androgynous. If you don't remember,
What does that mean?
he doesn't look like a boy or a girl. Because of his long hair, he looks very feminine.
Yeah, I was about to say actually, that's not because you just said it. I was literally going to say, as soon as the 2, not because female, but because you have a doorway in which they just vanish, they would be looking at you now.
Can Frix start juggling firebolts as we walk down the road? Both as an entertainment purpose and as a warning?
Would you want to do that? Are you sure?
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's a cantrip. It'd be entertaining for him.
That's not the point.
That's not what he meant.
Listen up.
Well,
I don't want to snark in. I like the idea of giving warnings, but it has a reason. This is the last zone you are in. This is absolutely.
well, it's mainly because he's bored and doesn't want to be glaring at the perverts the entire time we're walking. It's mainly for entertainment. It just, also has the side effect of, oh shit, that guy is juggling fireballs.
You can do that, but I will warn you, it will drag attention. Positive and negative.
I'm curious what the
Yeah,
positive
I would
is.
just say he starts. I would just say he starts flipping a copper coin.
Out of there's not little, like medium-sized half orc standing up from a little stairway that leads into a small house that has a red light in it, and he's saying, "Hey, you want to earn some money?"
Greetings. Doing what?
Well, you look kind of exotic. My clients would like that.
Oh boy.
Yes, but I'm sure your clients would not like the sub-zero temperatures of my body.
Oh, trust me. Trust me. There's people.
Well, there's also the fact that I'm male.
With that face, he just leaves.
That's what I thought.
Ray just stifles a laugh. It's like,
Matthias is shaking his head around. He called you a girl.
I hope you try and fuck one of my kind and freeze your dick off.
I can say that to Matthias.
Wow!
No. The guy, he just kind of over the shoulder passive comment and then kept walking.
And the orc just like looks at the ground like, fuck.
So there is something that we I don't know if anyone else has thought of it, but I don't remember when I thought of it. There's probably if they're so interested in women, there's probably a reason there aren't any around.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Although Machete Girl was
And trust
female,
me,
but
Flex is gonna get to
still.
the bottom of it.
Machete Girl.
Get to the bottom of it.
Machete Girl was dragged in rags with a giant machete, and you can't see her face. That has a reason.
She's probably a leper or something, huh?
Huh?
She's probably a leper or something. Like she has a... Or horribly burned or scarred somehow.
Things have happened with her in the city. Her face is not as beautiful as it was before.
Fricks is gonna hate himself, but he has a bit of a plan. After the revival of the Trapper's Daughter. Considering Fricks has a bit of a shady background, he can fit in with shitty people fairly well when he wants to. He's gonna get to the bottom of why there are no females.
Oh, by the way, as you keep walking through the city, what was your target?
The inn.
You already passed that, so just walk back to this. She was literally pointing at the building next to you.
Oh,
She's just like, here, idiot.
Is there some sort of magic or weapon shop that we see?
There is a weapon shop. There is a I wouldn't call it magic. It's more like a little place where the people from a certain cult go to buy things for their rituals.
I mean, if they have ritualistic stuff, that'd be close enough to a magic shop, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, Fricks, you two don't have to follow me, but I am going to get some high quality parchment and ink so I can improve my spell book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got nothing to do, so I guess I could go inside the mansion.
Fricks puts down the doorway and grows it to raise size.
And Ray goes inside the mansion.
He
Yeah,
Deck save.
he shrinks the door again and puts it in his pocket again. The alarm spell reactivating.
Deck save.
So what's this about a deck? So what's this about a deck save, Casey?
Do one.
Why?
Because she's crazy, paranoid, and scared, and she's grabbing you. Is everybody okay?
Oh no.
Because for her, it's been several hours if they didn't change the time skip.
Well,
I feel like she would probably be like a DC 15 for that at least. Cause
it would be contested.
Oh, what do I do?
Athletics. You're trying to grab him. This is technically a grapple.
Already?
oh, if this is a grapple, then I guess I can do acrobatic. That was a deck save.
Yep.
Sorry,
Grapple.
I wasn't thinking about doing grapple specifically. I was just.
You rolled the same thing with a different modifier.
Bruh.
Hold on, I have to log back in to things. Okay.
So yeah, it's just not gonna happen. I doubt it.
Casey fails.
Too small, too slippery. I'm a speedy little shit.
The speediest of the shits.
She will sit on you.
You were saying?
Oh!
Avoiding that. Oh shit.
I mean, so basically as soon as you step into the doorway, giant ass hands just grip you from both sides, and her face is just like the biggest thing in your view, and she's just like, what happened? Is everyone okay? What
Okay, first of all, you're spitting in my face. Second, calm down. Third, they're okay. Fourth, you put me down.
First off, you're spitting in my face. That was so perfect. That was so great.
Well, she's gonna let him go, but she's just like, sorry, it's been so long since I.
Are you gonna mention the fact that Fricks got hit on technically?
Fricks got hit on by an orc. Casey steps out. Okay, where's this little bitch?
First, Ray's going to say, well, the spitting thing, that's okay. Thankfully, I've learned some magic not too long ago. He snaps his fingers, he just presses his digitation, and he's instantly clean, completely.
Oh, right, because 1 foot area.
Yup. But yeah, Bricks and Victoria's are safe. Interesting, though. This
Neppy,
happened-
sad
well,
Neppy and Elric noises.
No, wait.
Hat of shame forms on Neppy.
She's not even in the mansion. Oh, wait, yeah, she is.
Yes, she is.
Hat of shame.
Okay, so I guess it would only be sad Elric noises then, and not Neppy and Elric.
So the party and drinks are the only ones outside still?
Well, no,
But as Ray
Elric
was
is.
saying.
Oh yeah, Moira. Wait, let me just roll something real quick.
Well, if she gets freaking tied up, and that's it.
Oh shit!
Well, Moira's just become a Dark Kingdom hoe.
No, that was
It looks like that was the check for someone else to do something to her, and they nat one.
So you see, okay. Wait.
Oh, also, oof, if Moira was there with us and they were only looking at Casey and Neppy, they're probably like, ew, infected.
Ugh.
So that was a check to not be seen. So you'll probably remember that assassin girl, right?
She just
Yeah.
falls off of a roof into a bunch of crates.
You see this on the bell tower. And the whole fucking town sees her.
Oh, hey, hang on a second. He snaps his fingers and enchants her arrows. That should be better.
You know what? Actually, let me...
Oh, like he doesn't know what she's doing, he's just helping her.
What's Moira's AC? Does someone know?
I think her dex is like 3, so with mage armor, it would be about 15.
15.
And that's if she even has mage armor, which I seriously doubt.
I don't think it
that
matters.
hits.
Nope. Even if she had shields, she couldn't block that. An additional 1d6 and then 2d10 of damage.
Wait, please.
Yeah, this probably isn't a normal arrow.
Moira would have to do a dex save. It's not even a hit.
Alright, hang on, let me do that for her.
Do you know her value?
We could look on the stream.
Yeah,
She always
so
has
that's
her sheet up, like the old streams.
Oh, guys.
Even if she had maximum dexterity, she does not make that.
Wait, 1d4 per arrow?
What do you mean? It adds an extra 1d6 and an extra 2d10.
Okay, sorry. I'm
1d6
Casey, mute
is
yourself. I
higher
can't
than
understand
his
tricks. I can't understand tricks. Casey, mute, please. Okay, again.
It deals an additional 1d6 fire and then 2d10 bludgeoning.
Per arrow.
Per arrow. Her entire quiver is enchanted.
This will hurt.
Here you
What
go.
is the fire?
I found an accurate
D6.
GIF.
2d10 per arrow?
1d6 plus 2d10. Plus whatever arrow damage it has. That's just the additional damage that his spell adds.
So it's plus 2d10. Okay. I have to mute Casey. Okay. So the attack, she shoots 8 arrows. Each of them gets 1d6, right?
And 2d10, yes.
Each.
Yes.
So that's 16d10.
Yeah.
That's rolling just the force damage. Yeah.
Moira's dead.
Well, I mean,
Like,
on 0 HP, he has to be stabilized. But
no.
Nope.
No, she is dead.
wait, that's
There's no way she had more HP than Fritz did, and that would have insta-killed Fritz.
Definitely.
I mean,
Yeah, and now oh god, yes! Someone died in the town. Oh god, yet now the macabre thing. The whole city does nothing about it. Everyone still does whatever they do.
kind of what I expected.
Hopefully that helped.
So she jumps down, runs towards the corpse, like raises an eyebrow. So why did you help?
Well, it seemed like you might have needed help. You weren't very good at hiding.
Well, yeah, you'll be getting your cut of the. She draws a line through the name of Moira. You'll be getting your cut at the end of the week.
Oh, that was do you mind if I just take her spell book?
Yeah, no, I would love to take that.
She would or wouldn't let him?
She wants it herself for a reason.
Oh. Okay.
Like I said, she takes her whole inventory, like puts in a bag, and goes, "All right, next week, remind me of it when you see me." And she runs off.
Alright, hey, if you want more spells in that spell book, just talk to me. I believe hers didn't have very many.
Okay.
Fritz waves and then walks into that quote unquote magic shop.
You're typing that as if she could see it.
Well, she can always look at the screen on
want to-
YouTube.
Oh, I have a good how it looks like. Wait.
Also, I want to point out that she hasn't sent me a single message, even though I kicked her second account.
Wait.
Rest in pieces, you mean?
Would you say
Cookie.
Would you say that my
Plus
gift
a
fits?
fuck ton of force damage?
Would you say that my gift fits, Snap?
Wait. Yes, it does.
Hey. How about you, Mama?
Just wait.
He's good. He's the best mama I have. Nobody's gonna do though, but she's the only one.
No, you have the Hydra Mom, technically.
Hey, she's not.
There you go.
Ray.
Well, about.
Whoa!
Well, now we don't have to worry about anyone else getting infected.
Do you see
Right
that gift
now,
now?
at least.
So again, I know what. So do you want to see how it looked like when she shot?
Look, but look at Ray's gif.
I saw it. It's too true. But look at it.
Leads a target.
Bow and arrow, machine gun.
Yeah. The screwy thing is, if you brought this up to Casey, she would be she'd be like, oh, but then she's like, well, I mean, I didn't really know her, it's still sad, but like,
So
she literally, I don't even know if she ever even spoke to Moira directly. I don't know if she ever spoke to Moira directly at all.
She did. She said, I'm gonna fucking eat you.
Oh.
Not that, but she said, gimme or something. Something along those lines when she got, like, the hunger
Yeah.
episode thing.
Oh, by the way, Ray, when you were in the mansion, her hair was untied and she looked really, really worried, and her that corset was undone. Basically, she's like been pacing and fiddling around with whatever she could for several hours.
So the
Well,
glorious.
she knows that they're all okay.
Oh my god, Frick's perception, please.
Okay. For Frix or Elric?
Frick's.
Elric is there as well.
Frick's only.
Elric has a much better perception.
Freaks.
Damn it.
Okay.
I'm around victorious. I get to re-roll that.
No. The point is it has something to do with the Favorius. No reroll.
But that's bullshit. We were able to re-roll any not ones otherwise.
Okay, let Elric roll, but it wouldn't tell him anything, I think, because Elric doesn't know him too much.
Oh, this is like a check to observe something on Vaporeus.
This is what he's doing right now. Little pacifistic Vaporeus.
So I'm assuming it was you who put out that hit as well.
He actually not.
So, the funny thing is, the bounty on Mel ended up being double what I remember putting on her.
He starts kicking.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Don't let Casey know this, okay?
Is this sad, by the way?
Sad?
No. Is it sad that Casey had more of a relationship with Mel being a negative one than she did with Moira, with any relationship?
At least you can say Mel left an impact.
You can't note to self that you weren't there.
Mental note to yourself. Good, not anyways, what? Oh. Sorry. Good note anyway.
Yeah.
You got the E. So Fricks is going to walk into that shop.
The cult shop?
Yeah.
Is there like obvious signs of what cult it is? Maybe you could.
Can I roll a religion to see?
It's actually really bad because the only one who has seen this is Moira.
Which is why I was offering to roll a religion.
Yeah.
Would she have said anything?
And you wouldn't know the religion itself. You wouldn't know what the symbol is.
Wait, is it the
roll.
symbol I think it is?
Text me about it. Casey?
Yeah, I'm finding it on Google.
No.
But I wanted it so bad. I mean, well.
Well, you can tell everyone, Fricks, but you don't have to. Your choice.
Interesting. Not very often do we see something about the Circle of Stars. Anyway, is there a shopkeep?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here, just like reeling.
It means a lot more to you than it does to me, Casey. You're the one who has all the out of game info. I know it's a thing. That's literally it.
Same.
I thought I told you part of what it was.
Did you?
You fucking what?
Did you?
If you did, I don't fucking remember it.
Good.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
apparently.
So the shopkeep.
Hello, do you have a high that I might be able to purchase?
Sorry, what? What do you need?
High quality parchment and ink.
Parchment and ink. He, yeah, it's a he. He looks under his desk. Well, what kind of parchment?
Oh, I am interested in furthering my magical repertoire, and I need high-grade parchment and ink.
We have something made from wood from the world tree. Well, whatever you need depends on the school that you're familiar with. I mean, if necromancy, I can give you this bone-dusted stuff.
I am what is known as a lore master.
Oh god, the mix boys. Let me just. He gets a little book out. It's an empty book, but he opens it and it's like golden parchment. That should do, right?
I have never seen this variety of parchment.
Well, it is infused with magic.
How much would it be?
The book itself or with the ink?
Both.
$250 for the book, $50 for the ink.
So a total of 300.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. How much is a single sheet of the paper? Or no, it's a book, so I would assume that they're not selling individual sheets, right?
Yeah, he would have told you he would have sold you one, but the book is all he has in the lore master category.
Is there something special about the book? I've never heard of requiring special paper for a spell book. I have never seen that variety of paper before in my life.
Well, from what I know, and don't take my word for it, because I just stole it from a wizard, I heard that it sometimes writes its own spells depending on the user. It collects your emotions and teaches you spells.
Fritz drops 300 gold on the counter. Book and ink, please.
All right. He gives you a very, very dark, almost black hole dark ink.
Is there anything in particular about this ink?
You can't erase it.
Intriguing. I will likely have to peruse your wares again sometime. Do you happen to have herbs of any variety?
I have a lot of incense, and I have a lot of well, yeah. What do you need herbs for?
We don't exactly have we don't our adventure is dangerous sometimes, and I like to make pain eradicating mixtures.
Sorry, I just blacked out for a second. Can you repeat that?
Any herbs that are a medicinal or painkiller in nature?
Well, I don't have herbs specifically. The most things are to burn, like for for funerals or ceremonies, rituals. What I can give you medical wise would be this ointment and a few salves that I have. But they are really expensive.
What form of ritualistic incense do you have?
Well, he grabs a little container. Well, most of it is for the pantheon, the 12 gods. Usually because it's the most bought thing, and I have a few dark ones too. The old gods, the observer. I have.
So this is going to sound very odd, but do you have any incense for an out of pantheon god?
Out of yeah, of course. Most of the things that I have are like sold on their hand, I'd say.
Interesting. Do you have any for Ayun?
Ayun. He looks around. Goddess of knowledge, I assume.
Yes.
He gets a blue container out and drops it on the counter. It smells like mint.
Oh. And how much is that?
Depends on how much you want. I'd say per ritual you'd be paying like 20 gold.
Yes, I would just, I would like to commune with my goddess, sometime rather soon. So I would like, 1 ritual's worth.
Mm-hmm. He just puts it on the counter. She seems to be a very nice lady, from what I heard.
Yes, I am fond of her, and she seems to enjoy when I impart my knowledge to her, because my spell school does not seem to be very widely practiced.
Sounds like her, yeah.
Thank you for this, and I will most likely be back some point in the future for more items. You are probably the most expensive shop for this variety of things that I have come across so far.
Ask him why he's.
What's that supposed?
Ask him why
What's
he
that supposed to
said,
be?
that sounds like her. Does he know her personally? Has he communed?
Well, I was going to ask something about that.
Sorry.
That's fine.
What's the being expensive part? Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Wait, what? He didn't say anything about being expensive. He said expansive.
Oh, expansive. Okay.
Like this store has like.
I know. Okay. Just a misunderstanding. All right. Yeah. He just gives a little nod.
So have you communed with the goddess Ayun? You talk as if you have spoken with her before.
Communed is a little personally talked.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, long story. Very interesting.
Have time.
In my lifetime, I have spoken with tons of gods, fulfilled deeds to please them, sold rituals, sold spells that they have taught me.
Insight.
What is? Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. And what is your name, if I may inquire?
Well, there's many to choose from. Call me a Geki.
A Geki?
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Also, that insight, you have the feeling that he's not lying.
Thank you. I I will most definitely be back.
Whoa, wait, before you leave, do you have like, well, I'm buying things. Do you have any like relics or in the common tongue spooky stuff?
Vaporeous, I would have to ask you about this, but one of the only things that they could possibly be interested in that I have on me is technically yours.
I have
Is
a
that
better
what
idea.
Fritz is implying?
Yeah, and he just scrambles around in his non-existing bag. Can you put the doorway down for a second? I need to get my bag. I have something.
Yeah, he does so.
Oh, is he gonna give him the bestial bloodlust page?
No, he's going to sell that eye that he stole from Mel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Frick still has 3 of those stones that he stole from Mel.
He just gives, because isn't that thing literally the body of an old cut? So then Egeki's just like, oh hey uncle.
Well, you will see. Something good is going to happen.
I have these. He puts down the three multicolored orb things that
Prism
got.
stones. So you met one of the invaders?
Yes.
Interesting.
One of our companions had the bag of the rest of them, but they made some untimely fate.
Did you take the bag? I would buy a whole bag of them.
If we find her corpse, we will be sure to let you know.
Yeah, I would give you 20 per stone.
Well, thank you. I will be hanging on to these as of right now, then.
When the greatest
And
motivation
I will
to
be
find
back.
Mel is to loot her.
So,
I could be wrong, but I believe she also has a magical harp.
magical heart. Oh, I have a whole room for bardic instruments.
Pengu excited.
Do you want to see Vaporeous' face right now?
Yes.
Wait, let me find it.
Is he nose bleeding?
So,
No, better.
Pet.
so, you said that you have sold spells from the gods themselves.
Yes.
Do you have any still?
Oh god. Interesting thing. There was this little girl that bought most of them. I have like 2 left.
What are they?
Was this little girl
Um,
green?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Well, what I have is Fex's Disguise and Boron's Whisper.
What is Boron's Whisper?
He gets a little page out. It's a blank purple page.
Oh crap!
I am assuming that I would not be allowed to read the content of the page unless I am a worshipper of that deity, correct?
Oh, you're not? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. Well, basically, Barnes, I can tell you. I mean, it's not against any rules. So, Boron's Whisper, if used correctly, sends someone into, well, basically permanent sleep. And you can choose a trigger that ends the sleep.
Intriguing.
Does it work on elves?
Yep. No immunity can get past that.
Wait, what?
Huh.
Is
Sleep
it hard to
immunity
pull
won't
off?
help.
Because I feel like we could use this on some crazy strong things.
It's not hard to pull off, but there's one limitation. It acts as your godly favor.
Mm.
Yeah, plus Frix does not worship this deity, so he wouldn't be able to cast it to begin.
Fex's disguise is really interesting.
What does that do?
Well,
You're probably
Every-
going to have to explain that one to me as well.
ever wanted to be a completely different person in the eyes of everyone? Yeah, that's what it does.
Damn.
You want to be a king? Be a king.
That sounds similar to disguised self.
Well, the problem with the disguise self is it's a disguise. Fex's disguise makes you the person you want to be and eradicates the other person.
Oh. So it's like a permanent changing of form.
It's a permanent taking place of someone you don't like.
I have half a mind by that
know-
it doesn't end up in the wrong hands, but
Yep, trust me, I won't let this get to anyone. This is mine.
Oh?
alright, that is good.
Has he used it?
No,
He wouldn't ask that.
Well,
you can't.
Especially considering-
He likes you. He likes you. You could ask that.
because I was gonna.
So it's a page, not a scroll, right?
Yep.
So like you could theoretically. Have you ever used it?
Oh God, no! I don't want to. I like my memory. I don't want all my contacts with the god to be gone just to be a lousy king or something.
So it completely erases your personality and memories?
Yep,
And
you
makes-
are the new person.
Then
That sounds more like self.
no offense, but that seems a little bit redundant. You get rid of someone, then transform into them only to act exactly as they did?
Well, not exactly as they did. Once you find that page, well, I had to retrieve it from someone who was doing that a lot of times. You know.
I would. Is it? Did he have multiple copies or something? Because I have a feeling this is literally how Sap ascended.
Those are some very, very powerful spells. Do you have any non-godly spells by any chance?
What school?
As I said, I am a lore master.
Yeah, but what school are you looking for? I mean, it's if I just give you all my spells, everything will be a little, you know.
I am in particularly interested in spells of the healing domain.
Healing.
Healing or revival, if
He
that is
looks.
possible.
He starts looking through his little bag. He has a bag of holding himself.
That sounds dirty. A bag of holding himself.
Boy. That's. He pulls one out and looks at it. Yeah, that's not. No.
What was that one?
Wall of sand.
I have quite a few walls that I can summon myself.
Yeah,
I
I'm having.
prefer the force variety.
Yeah, Wall of Force. I like it. Doesn't seem like I. Oh! It's your lucky day.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls out Reincarnate and puts it on the table.
How much would this be?
Well, how much would you pay me? I am not really good with spells, like.
Well, the thing that I'm thinking is I'm most likely going to end up giving this to this fellow, he pats Vaporeus, or that one, he points over to Elric, because this is not a spell of the variety that I can normally learn. I have a little question for you. Are you aware of, please don't take this as an insult. I just, across the lands that I have explored, not very many have heard of it. Do you know if the spell permanency?
Yep.
Do you happen to have any scrolls of that variety? Any scrolls or texts of that variety? Would you want one?
Keep going.
Because I can either make you a scroll, or I can, if you swear to me that it will never get into the wrong hands, I would be willing to write down the formula for the spell itself, so one would be able to copy it into their own spell book.
Well, a thing like permanency would land in my spell book and not on the table, so I would give you the reincarnate for that.
I think that sounds like a fairly good trade.
He gives a nod.
All right. And so.
Oh my god! Wait, I have to try something. Vaporeus needs to cast something. Maybe he gets like an Eye of the Beholder or something. Wait.
He's casting that like 5th level spell that randomly materializes an item, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, come on. The page is not loading. Come on. Don't do this shit to me right now.
So, what was the shopkeep's reaction when he saw the doorway? Because he probably knows what it is.
Yeah, he's just like, nice.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm guessing I'm not the only one having a bit of trouble with D&D Wiki.
Nope, I'm trying to get something open and it doesn't work. Did I put in my description? No, I did not. Kill me now.
Yeah, D&D Wiki is slower than usual.
I don't think it's working anymore. Well, so he's not casting something apparently.
Okay, yeah, it says error 502. My bad gateway. Fuck.
Frix is writing down the spell scripture of permanency onto a parchment. It may take you a bit to learn because it took me a while, but with the entire full script of the spell, it should be fairly quicker than it took me because I still had to complete the spell.
I'm just imagining he casts his own mansion that's temporary and just walks in it, walks out 5 seconds later. Got it.
So, I just found out what Vaporeus was making.
What?
I actually have a picture. Wait.
Frix scratches his pseudo dragon under the chin and it starts cooing.
I don't know, Master Warlock. That's interesting.
No, it's just I spent a very long period of time adapting the spell. The regular find familiar spell never really seemed to work for me. It would always fizzle out.
Interesting. Vaporis has made a mouse.
Yep.
Did
I
you
swear,
just...
when I eventually get the something spell, I want item number 98, just so I can be fucking Spider.
Did you just summon a mouse?
I was trying a spell, okay?
Well, it's not bad. That's actually fairly impressive.
I can do it again, and it's literally both my level 3 spell slots for it.
Oh, that's only a 3rd level spell?
Oh, fuck. No, I think it's... Yeah, 3rd level. He made a bookmark!
Well, look, it's better than getting a 100.
What's a 100?
You forget how to live this spell. Until you gain a level or 1 year has passed.
Oh.
He made a bookmark.
Frix chuckles a bit.
Take it.
Oh, thank you. I will use this for my new spell book.
So, can you open the door so I can get this eye thing?
Yeah, I already said that he did.
Oh shit, he's going through and takes this bag.
Mama.
So I'm not entirely
I'm
sure
coming.
what variety of spells you have, but I might possibly have some spells in my repertoire that I could add to your shop if you don't have them.
I didn't really need much. I have I have enough money. I have a good life. But what would you want to give me?
Well, my more uncommon spells are... I have... Hang on, trying to find the place that I can see all of my spells. So probably the ones that you are most likely to not have are I have Wall of Force.
I have that.
Teleportation Circle.
I have that.
Telepathic Bond.
That I don't have.
I have Telekinesis.
I have that.
Scrying.
Have that.
I have Modify Memory.
Nope.
I have Mislead.
Nope.
And I have Gios.
I have that. Yeah, I would.
Would you be interested in any of those three?
Modify Memory.
All right. It lasts for a minute, and in that minute, you can reshape another creature's memories if they are unsuccessful in fighting off the spell, of course. Or they are willing.
That will be helpful against all that perverted sailors around here.
Yes, I got invited to one of the red light districts. They thought I was a female.
The orc? Wait, was it the orc?
Yes.
Yep, I had trouble with him too. As you can see on the picture, he does look like a female.
Yeah. I am still a bit surprised that he would attempt to recruit nice tiefling. You'd think he'd get a lot more angry customers that froze their dicks off rather than happy customers who like tieflings.
Oh, we have a lot of tieflings here. Most of them
Really?
work. Yeah, most of them work so hard that they need, well, something like this to forget. It's not like they're put in labor camps or something. It's just like everyone works hard here to get their money.
I've been in a couple of those. They aren't fun.
No.
Lips hurt.
Okay, why is there so many moths in my room? There's like 5 big ones and like 6 little ones.
Oh,
And with big, I mean it makes a slapping sound once they hit something.
Oh no! Of my other spells, I have Vitriolic Sphere, Polymorph, Fabricate, Dimension Door.
Listen. I may have a bit of money, but I don't have as many people to buy my stuff. You know, I'm just taking one because I'm personally interested. But
Okay,
I shouldn't
I'm
spend
sorry.
too
I was
much.
not trying to be rude.
No, don't. Oh God, don't worry about it.
I just like making sure knowledge is readily available. Don't worry about paying me for it.
Yeah.
He smiles.
What?
Yeah. I noticed it too, and I commented on it earlier.
Oh, you did?
He said, "Oh God." Yeah, he said, "Oh God," and then Fritz said, "Which one?"
Oh, I didn't hear that. His answer would be with the snake. I might as well personalize it. They feel better that way.
Interesting. You remind me of a fellow I have met before. He also was on a journey to appease all of the gods.
Name?
It did not work out so well for him. His name was Risp. He was a kobold.
Kobold. Well, it is a bit harder as a kobold since many people didn't see them as, like, you know. I don't want to be rude,
Yes.
but yeah.
He was a fairly good fellow. Unfortunate that his journey ended when it did, but he died in the pursuit that he wished to.
That's always good.
Yes. Frakes is going to also jot down the modify memory spell.
So, how much do you need?
Oh, as I said, I am an apothecary of Ayun. I am simply spreading knowledge. There's no need for payment. I am simply making sure knowledge is readily available.
Oh man, Fex will hate me for accepting this. Ay. Well, can't say no. Thank you. He just takes it.
Frick smiled, and thank you for the trade. May you have many uses for permanency. The only downside to that spell is it is a tad pricey to do.
He kicks a little bag under his feet, and there's a few diamonds rolling out.
If you can cast the spell at least. One of the first spells that I personally would permanency is that one. He gestures over to his doorway.
Dimension, huh?
That's really handy.
Well, funny enough, that was my plan.
We have used that doorway to get get away. What was that one creature's name? I can't. The giant fish thing that Moira pissed off.
Bearded
He was going to
lady.
say that thing's name, but I still don't know how to pronounce it.
Nagakaburos.
Either of those.
Nagakaburos?
Yeah.
Yes.
We were actually able to use my mansion to escape from Nagakaburos.
Ah, the bearded lady. Nice. You're probably the first person I ever heard of that survived her.
Yeah, it was a little bit intimidating. Considering we were on a small submarine.
She is very, very nice if you get to know her.
I think Moira, the other wizard on our team who died just about 10 minutes ago, she, I'm pretty sure, stole her lunch.
Okay. Don't ever do that.
She caught a rainbow fish, and then she appeared. And then I took the liberty of helping us all escape. Because I highly doubt we would have survived that.
So wait, you said your group has been using that mansion, right?
Yes.
So, do you take, like, quests?
Yes. Yes, we do.
That's good. That's great.
Is there some sort of task you require to be done?
Well, I would do it myself. I'm strong, but, it's in the swamp, and I don't like the swamp.
Why?
As long as it's not on the ocean, I don't in particularly mind, but I do not want to have another run-in with Nagakaburos.
Yeah, no worries. It's not even near the ocean.
If it's not rude for me to ask, why do you have a distaste for the swamp?
There's snakes and insects, and this godforsaken elf.
Elf? What do you mean, elf?
She is known everywhere. She is disgusting, she's annoying, she's hyperactive.
She's known everywhere. Can I make some sort of check to see if I know of her, then?
Yes.
What kind?
History.
So I am a little bit disappointed you said she, because I totally thought you were going to shoehorn in
Saito.
Saito again.
Yeah, I was legitimately thinking you were like you're like an elf, and I'm like, is he covered in red and full of himself?
You didn't even roll, you just did /1d20.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. You heard of this disgusting elf named Tipsy?
You're referring to Tipsy, I imagine.
Yep. You don't know that she's annoying or something. You just know that she's a very hyperactive, very, very social elf that likes to cuddle.
Oh boy.
Yes, I do not see a problem with that. We do. Is there an in particular time schedule we need to complete this on? Because unfortunately, we are currently in the midst of doing other things. It shouldn't take too long to complete, but just as a fair warning, it may take a bit.
Let me look. Actually, it is important that you get it by next full moon, because otherwise the item will be destroyed. There would be 17 days. Can you do that?
Yes, we can certainly try. What is it you were looking for?
Okay, I will. Do you want a picture or should I just describe it?
A picture.
Okay, he draws a picture of. Maybe I find something on my computer. Wait.
Or if he just, I thought you meant you had a picture ready. You can just describe it.
No, I will.
Or you can just say its name and Fricks might know what it is.
No, wait. Let me look if I have something plus first.
All right.
Meanwhile, what do you think of this fine gentleman?
Fritz actually really, really likes him. He doesn't get to meet very, very many others of astute arcane practice.
He is interesting, to say the least.
Okay,
If Casey were there, I legit wanted to be like, does he have any Alunite things?
so what he does, I can't find a picture. He makes it's a little key. It's actually a pretty big key, but it's like on paper. So he draws a key that the back of the key looks like the circle of stars, and the front of it is like a very, very, very complex looking stick.
Why do you need a key? Do you not have the knock spell? That should nullify any sort of magical lock. As
Trust me,
far as I know, at least.
it does not. You need that.
Is there a known location of this? Or is it...
Somewhere in the swamp, and it is said to be sunken into the morass, so
So it's possibly buried under a couple of feet of mud.
Probably.
That might be an issue.
If you, let me tell you that if you don't find the item before it happens, it doesn't matter.
I will definitely keep an eye out for it, and we will likely end up looking in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said, we have no real means to deal with the mud. Unless, I suppose I could overcharge my spell control the water and remove the moisture from a set area. That's without the range of 1 mile, but...
Wouldn't it still be dirt?
Well, yes, but dirt is much easier to deal with than mud.
True.
You can dig dirt, mud just slops back into place.
Just like my ex-wife.
Fricks chuckles a bit.
So Vaporeus comes back and places the eye on the counter. Where did you get that? Vaporeus just like shrugs. I bought it. I stole it.
We got it from that same companion that perished and had the rest of the prism stones.
Huh.
She stole it from a mountain, I believe.
Shit. Is there a price you would want to get for that? Because I would just return it.
Is there an issue?
Well, it is said that there's a giant that gets really, well, stumpy when its eye has been stolen. You always got it back in the end. And
so it would be a wise idea to return this then.
Yeah, I know this giant personally, so I would.
So he could take care of it.
Would it be better if since you personally know this giant, it'd be better if you gave him the eye.
That's why I wanted to buy it off.
All right. It's up to Vaporeus on what he wants for it.
He like looks over the counter and notices the instruments, starts smirking a little, and brings Vaporeus in another room.
Wait, Vaporeus didn't mention he was a bard. How did he know? Just from the expression earlier?
He said he looked over the counter and noticed the instruments on his body. He's a Fexen. He knows when he sees a good trait. He knows that he's a bard because he has wares for this.
Frix is going. I just remembered that Frix's recovery stone is technically not fully charged, so he is going to pull that out and start charging it again.
All right. Okay.
He was missing 2 charges.
So I will look if there's a good instrument that is not too strong later. And he gives the eye for it. Because I'm in bed right now. I must say today is really good. Today's like a good day for D&D.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quite.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm really, really, really confused because my D&D Beyond page, I'm trying to mess with my spells, and anytime I click to do a thing, it selects the spell that's 2 spells above it.
And yeah, that spell is nice, but how about that spell?
Yeah. My own spell book is sassing me on my prepared spells.
Prepared spells? What is this? Moira 2K18.
That I feel like that would be a legit thing. That would be legit interesting of a caster with a living spell book.
You gave me a bad idea now.
Well, sentient items are a thing, if I remember correctly.
All right, I'm reloading my D&D Beyond page. This is really upsetting me.
Upsetty spaghetti.
The upsettiest of the spaghetti.
The upsettiest of the spaghettiest.
Did
Yes.
somebody touch your spaghetti?
So yeah, by the time that Vaporeus and him get back into the room, Frix is just channeling magic into the recovery stone.
Okay. I just love how Ray made a meme and no one laughed. Mission failed. We get him next time.
See, now that made me chuckle, and I'm working with ink right now.
When you try your best, but you don't.
When you try so hard and got so far, in the end.
Stop! Oh God! No!
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Could you stop? This song is in my head now.
I've come to talk to you again.
Fuck you!
All right, so is that golden parchment book? Is that something that has to be attuned to?
Yeah.
All right, I will add that to my attunement slots. Oh, and I have to specify, that dagger shiver that he always has it in his mist form unless I specify otherwise.
Okay.
It's a lot more inconspicuous to have some mist following around after you than having a dagger on your side.
So the guy looked at you. Didn't have customers in a while, you know.
Well, I'm glad to have changed that.
Why? Why do we not have any customers?
I don't know. Go ahead and ask it.
If Casey was there, she could ask. Stupid door.
Forgive me if it seems like prying, but why? Did you lose your customers?
Oh, did I openly talk about that? Well, my mistake, but I guess I have to tell now. Well, I didn't really lose them. It's the point that people don't. Well, how do I? So my shop wasn't always here. I'm you know what? I assume you wouldn't betray me, so I just tell you, I'm a wanted criminal, widely wanted.
For what, if I may ask?
Murder, robbery, counterfeiting, a lot of things. Assassination attempt.
It seems like a good so I don't remember the name of that thief town, but Fricks would. So
Alantha.
What was the name of that thief town? Alantha? Alantha,
yes.
If you haven't tried already, I believe Alantha would be a good place for you then.
Where do you think I'm from?
I can never know. Sorry, I was simply suggesting.
Well, I'm actually quite a, let's say, hero over there, but...
Interesting.
Why did he say assassination attempts and not assassinations?
That's not something Fricks would ask.
Hey boy, who'd you kill?
I done fucked up. I done goofed.
Wait, this is a licorice stick, not an arrow.
Ah, damn it. This is not a dagger. This is a banana.
I'll kill them with potassium.
I just stabbed the king with a banana. Little did you know, he had a deathly banana allergy.
So, yeah. Well, so it was a pleasure meeting you.
It was a pleasure meeting you as well. Here. Fricks hands him he hands him a written cipher. This is for if you ever end up moving shop, I would be able to find you again. And it's a little cipher I'm proud of that you can attempt to solve if you wish.
He folds it in half and puts it in his pocket. Well, I will attend to this later when my store closes.
May the knowing mistress guide you.
And all the others. And he gives a smile.
Well, yes.
Would it be okay? So, would he have any Alunite memorabilia?
What was Elunite again?
Alunites are the followers. The goddess is Aludana.
What does Eludana stand for?
Moonlight.
Definitely.
Like life.
Definitely.
Would Fricks like
Has Casey told him about something like that? Because if she has told him about stuff like that and he sees something like that, then he might get something for Casey. But if she has never explained it to him, then he has no reason.
Well, that's why I was thinking the little door might start shaking and she comes out because she's just like, nope, no more patience. Ray says it's fine, but I don't care.
Well, she can't really get out of the door when it's small.
I know, but
Her tail just pokes through.
but you'd still feel it shaking.
Starts swaying aggressively. And the shopkeeper just takes the door and like holds it against the ground to scrub his floor. Oh yes.
Floof room.
Floof room.
Angry.
Angry Floof. Give me the moonlight shit or I'm going to eat you.
Well, I mean, I say moonlight, but I mean it's like, goddess of the moon, but like life is specifically like gentleness, healing, and life, kindness, stuff like that.
Yep.
Well, I guess Fricks points to one of the religious symbols of her, and he says, how much for one of those?
Huh. You know what? Actually, I had something planned. So, this thing is actually a little snow globe.
You what?
No.
With tinted glass.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it has a little moon shining on a, what do you call it, like grassland.
So it's magical.
Possibly.
Yeah, he's taking the snow globe and like as soon as he shakes it, the moon actually starts shining inside of the glass.
So yes, it's magical. That is quite intriguing.
I got given this for my services, so it actually means a lot to me.
Do you happen to have any other religious symbol that I might be able to purchase for that specific deity?
He puts out a little dagger with a fox on it. He gets a pillow with the symbol of Boron out.
Hello.
He gets
He said that specific deity.
Oh, that deity. A lot of necklaces with moons on them, and a little healing spell. That's not really it's not really effective. It's more like it's a symbol that you apply on someone, and if the moonlight is shining on them, they regenerate HP per turn.
Ooh.
It's not much. It's a first level spell. It's 1d4 of healing.
How long does it last?
As long as the moonlight is shining.
So that's literally better than the 7th level spell Regenerate if you're in Moonlight. The 7th level spell Regenerate lasts for an hour and gives you 1 hit point per turn.
There's one little thing though. It only works with real, natural sunlight, moonlight. No magic. You cannot emulate it.
Interesting. But, I mean, that 7th level spell also regrows limbs, so I can see how that's the 7th level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
How much?
Give me a moment. I have to take a
how much
buttery
for
plate
the-
somewhere.
Yep.
How much for one of the necklaces?
20 gold.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Mark that off.
Interested in the spell?
How much is the spell, if I might ask?
Well, you would be the first one ever to cast that. Except for me, of course. So I'd say 500.
I'm sorry, but that is out of my price range.
Well, you can always come back.
Yes.
He stores
If
it.
he knows exactly how the mansion works and he's going to permanency it, why does money have any value to him anymore?
Fex,
Oh, I see.
God of Trade.
So.
No, everything is fine. I was about to say something, but I forgot it.
Dang it! Can the little door start shaking because she's like out of patience?
No.
Hmm.
Yes, but he right now, because he left the magic shop, he is going to the inn.
Oh god, you're getting grabbed.
Can I tell this is non-hostile, or am I just getting grabbed randomly?
I mean by Casey.
Okay.
When you get
you
it.
meant like on the way. I thought you meant like on the way to the inn. I would get grabbed. I was
Wait,
like,
did you ever
I
go
either
into the inn?
No.
Oh, you will hate or love the keeper of it.
All right. Fricks walks into the inn.
Wait, you go into the inn?
Oh yeah.
Ah, hello. What can I do for you?
I would like a room.
A room. Well, you do not look like you could afford a lawyer, so I'm giving you room 5. If you don't touch anything and stay away from the infected rats, you might as well survive the night.
Fair enough. Don't worry about us spontaneously dying in your room. I just need a place to put something down. Don't worry about having to clean the room or anything after we leave.
If it weighs more than 100 pounds, maybe you should not put it in that room.
Different room then. Because I believe when it is full sized, it is a bit heavier than that. Who do you rent that room to? Halflings only?
No, his whole inn is just completely fucked and literally hanging over a cliff. Casey steps out, rip.
Death by doggo feces.
Now I'm heavily considering just casting Tiny Hut in an alley and putting the door in that.
Alright, room 10, maybe? Sorry, are you immune against snake vomit?
Vomit, not venom?
Yep, snake vomit.
What?
It's a special type of poison.
Elric raises his hand. I am
Leaking.
immune to most form of toxins.
It's leaking everywhere. So, don't breathe, don't touch it, and you should be fine.
Why is your room leaking poison, if I may ask?
Good question. I don't go in my rooms. They're disgusting, filthy, and they are pretty deadly. And another customer comes in and he gets a little card out and says, room 17, and the incubus that's laughing. 17? Oh god, poor dog. There you go. He gives him the key.
What? What dog?
The innkeeper just
I'm confused.
The innkeeper just goes 3, 2, 1, and they're screaming from room 17.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
Dude,
What?
do you need someone to fix your rooms?
Well, as you can see, I have a lot of customers. There's the next one. And there's a little elf lady that is not tipsy, asking, how do I find my room? Probably terrible. What room do you have? 25. Room 25, room 25.
Room 25 fell off yesterday.
Room 20. Oh, well, have fun in there. He gives her the key.
What? Is it a whole bunch of rabid snakes in that one?
Oh no, that'll be boring. I didn't even know we had a rooms 25. So
What?
Does he own this place?
yes, he just looks at the keys and it's 1 to 24.
Wait, then where did he get that from?
Frix is now extremely worried and he is following this elf woman. Wait,
What elf woman? There never was an elf woman.
Alright, fuck this shit. I am setting up my door in an alleyway.
Yeah, I was about to say you might want to leave.
Wait, what do you mean? What elf woman? Was she an illusion, or like she's not there anymore as soon as he looks, or
What is not there anymore? This elf girl never existed. I don't know what you're talking about.
explain, please.
Okay, thank you for your time. Frix walks out without saying anything.
Boreas can't hold himself.
Frix walks back in, picks up Vaporeus, and leaves again. leave no Pengu behind.
Yay!
Vaporeus holds a key in his hand. I got room 3.
No.
I got room 3. No.
Nope, that
I
place
can
is
pay
some
you
weird
back.
hammer space nonsense. We're out of here.
No, room 3 just looks like
There's apparently a rabid dog in a room. One of the rooms is leaking poison. One of the rooms can't hold in more than 100 pounds. Apparently, I saw some sort of elf woman that wasn't even there in the first place.
I'm just imagining Frix escalating as he says all that, and then just going, I am 1000% done.
Like, Frix is just from that place alone, Frix is close to having an anxiety attack.
Honestly, I just imagine room 3 should just be completely normal, but not just normal, but also clean. Just the best room.
It's a room full of mimics.
Ah! It's a family of mimics. It's technically an empty room. The mimics are the guests.
No, the actual thing was literally that the room itself was a mimic.
No.
Okay, but
No.
was it a friendly mimic or a...
No!
There's no such thing as a
Why
friendly mimic.
do you think that room was free?
Why would he send people in to die? That's not good business.
He gets the money once. They're like all on vacation. Who gives a fuck?
I have half a mind to burn that place down. That's a death trap.
Well, he isn't proud of it. He just doesn't have the money to make it different.
The Fritz asked if he needed someone to help him fix up his inn.
He doesn't. He doesn't need help. He just needs money because we'll just fuck off and build an inn somewhere.
I tell you what, though, about that inn. I tell you what about that inn. Great place to live if you like to live on the dangerous side.
I thought you were going to say great place to live if you like dying.
Right, when did you get out of the mansion?
Why doesn't Porris like fly into the forest to do this shit? He could have just visited this.
So, we are not staying in there under no circumstances. We are going to set up in an alley, and I'm going to cast Tiny Hut around the alley, around the doorway.
I want a tiny hat.
Frick snaps his fingers and uses prestidigitation to manifest a tiny hat on Victorious' head. There you go.
Imagine it's like a way too tiny top hat.
I was thinking it was the conductor's cap from Splatoon 2. Let me find it.
It's a way too tiny top hat.
Yes.
It's like a symbol top hat.
Yes.
It's like the top hat you would find in the Monopoly game as
Yes.
like a player.
Yes.
That is the hat he gets.
There's 10,000 insects in my room, and it's making me anxious. I hate insects. I can't deal with insects. Just as I said, that giant ass fucking mosquito right on my bed.
There you go. It's a tiny hat.
How big is it?
The mosquito?
Because if you think mosquito, it might not be a mosquito.
Probably around the size of half my finger.
Like the body or including the legs?
The body. They take like how much would I say, how much blood would they take? They would make you a little drowsy if you see them sucking.
I mean, I wouldn't think one could take more than an ounce, but if there's a bunch of them.
Do you know, yeah, they would take, ours are so big they can't fly anymore once they ate.
Ugh.
They have to walk. And they have like really round booties. Like abdomen,
Mhm.
really, really, really bloated. And then they lay eggs in your room.
Mm.
And then you use a flamethrower.
and then you
On
you
your
take all your
carpet.
money and you build a new inn.
Yes.
The room 33 doesn't exist, but it's the mosquito room.
What room?
Someone, it's repeatedly casting insect plague on itself.
What room does the innkeeper stay in?
He doesn't go into the rooms. He sleeps at his home. You want to know where he lives? The sewers.
Where?
The sewers are better
Oh.
than his inn.
Yeah, the sewers are better. They got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I met them. Nice guys. They made a good stew. They are a good stew.
Oh.
Alright, yeah.
So, what time of day is it?
Enough to be like, it's way too late to play D&D right now because it's literally 4 a.m. in Germany.
I meant in game, but okay.
Yes.
Didn't you know in
But
game
I
we're
would-
in Germany? You know, on the giant candy turtle.
Fuck you.
I know it's not really. It's a turtle with the candy on it. But yeah.
Germany's a candy turtle. People don't
knew
know
it.
yet.
Fucking knew it.
You like start a new flat Earth theory society. It's just Germany is a giant candy turtle.
The Giant Candy Turtle Society. Join our
You're a-
Facebook group.
Oh,
But why?
Can someone make this a thing?
No.
Germany is a giant candy turtle. Association.
What time is it in D&D?
23:00. 11 p.m.
So an hour from when we are supposed to be meeting Trapper.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're leaving that to next game? Because
Yep.
you're tired?
Well, not tired per se, but like, oof, things.
If you, I'd like to say it would be cool if like you make tiny hut and you put the doorway in it, and then Casey comes out and the tiny hut goes, "Large creature, abort mission," and just dissipates.
No, he's not letting Casey out.
Oh fuck!
This is not a place that Casey needs to be.
I mean, she's trying her darndest to get out to check on him.
Well, he walks into an alley, snaps his fingers, casts tiny hut, puts his doorway down. One of the servants grabs Casey's arm and leads her away from the doorway a bit, saying, "Step back. They're on their way through."
I imagine Fricks is still holding the Porries like under his arm.
Yep.
Does it still have
He grows the
Yes.
doorway and walks in, and then puts Vaporeus down.
I have room 3.
Room 3 is a mimic.
I wanted to use vicious mockery and be like, your mom is a mimic.
Do it.
No, don't.
No,
Yes,
he
do.
couldn't. Vaporeus could not.
He's too much of a, he's too gentle. Too much of a gentle boy.
You know what his reply would have been? Yeah, I suppose she does mimic a corpse fairly well.
You know what Vaporeus would have said?
Ouch.
Omnipotent
So-
halfling.
Elric just made Nat 20 food again.
Yay.
And Fricks walks in, and looks to Casey. I'm sorry if we worried you. I know that it was a significantly greater time in here than it was out there.
Hold on.
I got a new spell book.
All that you would have said is, I'm sorry we worried you before you are glomped. Both you and Vaporeon.
Fuck.
I got you a thing.
Can someone roll 1d20 plus 8?
Sure.
Why plus 8?
Yeah.
Oh.
That one.
Yep.
Oh no.
He's getting squished.
Well, he can reroll his own nat ones.
He gets squished. No, wait. Lucky. Reroll.
17.
Fuck.
Okay.
But like Ray rolled. Why are you real? Boys! Me brain smoke. No.
And then Fricks definitely would have dodged it if it wasn't Casey.
He has a +9 on acrobatics.
Yeah, he's proficient. He has a dex mod of +4 and proficiency of +5. Wait, do we have a proficiency of 5 or 4?
It should
Oh, we probably only have a proficiency of 4 right now.
Yep.
I was thinking of the level 15 characters. Whoops. But that's still a 25.
By the way, Casey's shoes and socks are off, and her dress is ripped around the midriff area. It wasn't ripped when she undid the corset because it was technically made to fit her frame, but she's been stress eating.
Yikes.
And now she's killing Vaporeon.
The ground under Vaporeus and Fricks turns into extremely softness.
So it turns into Casey.
Yes.
I
We are being smooshed between Casey and a phantasmal Casey.
I mean, you.
Meanwhile, there's vomiting sounds out of Neppy's room, and Neppy's just screaming, "Oh, come on, my bed!"
My bed, I can
Fricks's
instantly
eyes
fix.
turn red, and he disappears from under Casey.
Well, this is what prestidigitation is for.
I mean, she basically tackled both of y'all.
Yeah, and as soon as Fricks heard Neppy say that, he disappeared. And he is growling under his breath as he moves over to Neppy's door.
You know she's gonna sponge Gar and be like, huh? It's like, no, I wasn't done hugging you. Probably would literally say, but I wasn't done.
Sorry, but I have to deal with someone giving a minor alcohol first.
Neppy heard that and just kicks the door out of its frame and points at another Neppy. Minor!
And throws it back at her.
Yeah, she just kicks it away and points at the phantasmal version she made of herself that vomited on the bed. What do you mean, minor?
I mean, when you showed me that Sarah was passed out after you explicitly said she drank alcohol.
I pointed at the alcohol because I drank it.
Then why was she passed out without any clothes? And the second I asked why she was passed out without any clothes, you pointed to the alcohol.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm not proud of it.
You're lying.
Roll
Actually,
insight.
no. He wouldn't say that. He would roll insight first. He is not the kind of person to just make assumptions like that.
Do you mean she got
She is not funny.
She
She's
got
not-
drunk and had some sexy times with Sarah.
Yeah.
That's way worse. Oh my god, that's way worse.
She said she's 21.
Fricks starts twitching randomly. Black electricity starts sparking around his form. I'm going to go Trey. And he disappears.
He's going.
He said, I am going to go train.
Ray,
Yes.
did you see that?
The Mad Fricks. Yes.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
The entire mansion rumbles and shakes as you
You know-
hear a loud impact.
Yeah, no, I'm going.
Yeah, he's scary when he's mad.
Yep.
Fricks walks back out of the training room. Don't worry. I did not know that she was overaged. That was why I had a reaction that was that. I apologize. I did not know. I did not ask before getting upset, and that is my fault.
Yeah, you still no. No. She just keeps going outside. She just takes her stuff and is.
You're going to get raped if you go out there.
I'm the one who rapes.
I would follow her if you ever want to see her again, Ray.
Already got it. Ray is following.
So they're both outside now, and for the next happy fun times in the city of Ech, in the next episode of
In
Nippy
the
Baldy.
city of Casey, here. He hands her the necklace he bought for her.
Wait, what?
He hands Casey the necklace he bought for her.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. I did not understand you.
And yeah, Fricks does get very, very mad. He is against slavery and pedophilia.
Nippy needs a pedophile. Needs a lolly slave now.
Disintegrate.
Uh-oh.
The same shop I got my new spell book. Fricks then walks off to the kitchen.
I mean, she's kind of saying this to herself, so I guess it's up to you if he hears it while he's walking away. But there's a very specific. It's not just normal. Like, moon imagery is one thing. Alu has a specific look that she can identify. So she's like, she knows what it is, and she's like, how? But my home is so far away, and we haven't seen anything like this. How did you find something? How did you find something? And then she's like, just sort of trailing off,
He
thinking.
apparently communes with a lot of the deities. He had stuff from the Mistress Ayun as well. And I have not seen anything of that variety of lands either.
But how did he get the stuff?
How should I know, Casey? I didn't ask. I will next time when we turn in the mission.
X-Files theme starts playing.
Oof. How old is Sarah again?
Oscar.
I thought she was 10.
That's what Nep told us last time, yeah.
Yep.
And she spelled her name with her R's backward.
Yep.
So does Casey. What's your... There's no R's in your name.
Wait! How old was Casey again?
14.
Fricks, you're a pedophile. The silence!
I mean, not...
Gotcha, bitch! The amount of oof. The amount of floof.
Let me see if I can find the thing.
A reaction image.
Reaction clip.
Ooh. Fancy boy going for the clips.
Yes.
Ow. I have cut myself.
There we go.
How did I cut myself on my inner thigh? Oh, it's not a cut, it's ripped. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Holy shit.
Huh?
He ain't coming back.
What? Why?
I don't know. We said we were done anyway, so...
Yeah.
And I did post the clip.
We'll look in a bit. I'm still like touching around the... I don't know why, but like, I have a little rip in my inner thigh.
That is strange.
Yeah. Probably like ripped when I was walking. Well, I'm gonna turn around and look at it. Yes! Oh, this is too good. 10 out of 10. And so why is Fricks not coming back?
The pedophile thing. I think it snapped him a little bit, but yeah, well.
Well, it's not my fault that he plays a character that is like against pedophilia as a pedophile himself.
Well, that wasn't something he was necessarily aware of, and I actually just messaged him. Casey's 14 at the start of Kachira. If this is the same timeline, she's probably 15, 16 by now.
Which wouldn't make it better.
What do you mean?
Still underaged.
Really? What is like main age?
18.
Oh, yeah, no, she ain't 18.
So, in Germany, completely legal. Casey would be legal. But this is not Germany. This is medieval times. Pedophilia was a normal thing around then. Yeah, disgusting, I know. Not a fan of pedophilia myself, but gotta go with the times, you know? Like...
Yep, accuracy.
Yep. That's why I put these people, like, looking at Casey and Neppy because of the rape thing, which was also a lot back then.
Oh, no one's touching Neppy as long as Ray's around.
I just imagine, like, someone going, "Hey, baby, how you..."
Not just a simple slap, a fucking supersonic slap. A
Yeah.
slap from 300 feet.
Yes.
Not just an ordinary supersonic slap, a supersonic pimp slap.
Oh, sad actually. No, more like disappointed that like everything was going very well today, and then that one pedophile thing that he wasn't aware of completely changed his mood again.
Yep.
I was actually really happy about today. Like nothing happened. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, it still is 99%. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it still kills my mood a bit that he left, but yeah, overall it was fun.
Yep. Oh, do you want me to hold on? I want to find something. I'm getting my phone. Be right back. Okay. So who wants to see the enemies I'm working on?
Yes.
Sure.
Come on, phone.
Consume long. Yep, I know you wouldn't go to sleep.
Shopping.
Shopping. Guys, Freaks is not going shopping. Something is. Not going shopping, boys. You hit him with the have fun
Hey,
move.
I added the little squiggly to show that it was a nice have fun.
Hey, I'm not going shopping. Of course.